Just a quick disclaimer / announcement before this vlog starts. As most of you probably already know, Lino, Felix, and Jungin tested positive for COVID on July 2nd, and Stray Kids had to postpone their Atlanta and Fort Worth shows. Many people from Newark Day 1 and or Day 2 tested positive as well. Many were in the lower levels and some were on the floor. Both Shavana and I tested negative on multiple self-testing kits, and we are also both vaxxed and boosted. Please, if you are going to a show, wear a mask. Do not go if you don't feel well. Get tested if you can beforehand, just in case, and help keep Stray Kids, their staff, and others stay safe. Hello and welcome to my Stray Kids Maniac Tour vlog, or one of two. I'm seeing them at both of their Newark shows today and tomorrow, and I don't know how much footage I'm gonna have from this whole experience, so it'll either be two shorter vlogs or just one super long one, depending on how much footage I get. But yeah, I'm super excited to see them. I'm pretty sure they're probably at the venue already, which is like 10 minutes away from me, which is just a lot to think about. I'm nervous, I'm excited. Oh my god, I'm stressed. Like, I did not sleep very well at all last night, but it's fine. I'm seeing my besties later. It's gonna be good. But yeah, so it's about 11 a.m. right now, and I'm just waiting to head down to the venue to check in because I have VIP for both nights. I'm going by myself for this first one tonight. Check-in starts at 12, and then I don't know when actually they're taking us inside. I just know that the sound check is at 4:30, and then the merch shopping, like the crowd-free merch shopping or whatever, is from 3 to 4. So I don't know if, like, when I check in and get my extra, like, exclusive merch or whatever from being VIP, if I am immediately going inside or if I'm just gonna kind of be free to do whatever I want and then come back for a certain time. I don't know, but we'll figure that out very soon, or I will. And then tomorrow I'm going again, but I'm going with Shavana, who I've done videos with before. We've done a whole series where she showed me different K-pop groups and different K-pop artists that I haven't heard of before or didn't know much about. And we've done a reaction video for Stray Kids before. Miro, it's probably my favorite one, honestly. And we also vlogged the experience of seeing Stray Kids 3 years ago in 2019 when they were here, the NJ-Pack. And I love those videos as well. And I'm super excited to be able to go to a concert with her again, especially Stray Kids. I just have a feeling that we're both going to lose our voices doing this together again, because we just feed off of each other's energy. She's here, but she's in the shower at the moment, so not ready to say hi, obviously. But yeah, super excited. I just wanted to get the intro done before everything starts. But yeah, I will try to film as much as I can. We're not allowed to film or take pictures and anything like that during the soundcheck experience, but I'll try and get as much as I can to include in the vlog so you can all see what it's like. But yeah, I think that is all for now before I head off to the venue. I still have to, you know, finish getting dressed and whatever, but yeah, very excited. Woohoo! So I have just finished getting checked in and everything for VIP for the first day. It was super quick for anyone else who has VIP. For us, and I assume for the whole tour, it's 12 p.m. noon. It starts roughly. They were a little bit late setting up, but all good. So basically, you just have to show the ID of the original purchaser. A picture is fine if someone else bought your ticket for you. Or if you were the one who bought it, just make sure you have yours. And then basically once they give you your lanyard and your little gifts, you're free to line up to go in. Or if you need to or want to, you can drop your stuff at your hotel or a car. You just need to make sure that you are back to the venue by 3 p.m. That's when they're going to take us inside to do the early merch shopping and then get started with the sound check. So I am heading back to my hotel to drop things off and just chill, put some more sunscreen on because I'm getting burnt, and then I'll be back for 3 p.m. All right, so I am back from checking in. I am very red and sweaty because it's hot outside and I didn't put enough sunscreen on, so I'm pretty sure I'm sunburnt, but that's great. I did try and film while I was walking back from checking in, but I don't know if any of that is usable, so I'm just gonna film this and we'll see what I end up using. But basically, check-in is super quick, super easy. You check in starting at 12. You'll go, you show the ID of whoever purchased your ticket. So obviously, if you bought your ticket yourself, you show your ID. They don't need to see anything else except your ID. But then if someone else bought your ticket and transferred it to you on Ticketmaster, they're gonna need to see the original purchaser's ID, and then you should be all good. But just bring your ID just in case if you got your name added to it and whatnot. And they will give you the lanyard, which looks like this on both sides. Super cute. And then it just says Maniac, Stray Kids Second World Tour in North America, all around it. And then they also give you this little bag with a fan. And then this, I think, is a magnet. And then I'm not sure what's in this box, but we're gonna find out because I wanna open it and see. But yeah, basically you check in and then you can either stay at the venue wherever they want you lined up beforehand, because they're gonna take us in at 3 o'clock for the merch shopping inside. So there is merch outside that starts at 12 as well, but that's for anybody VIP or not. So you don't have to try and get anything from there if you're VIP, because we're gonna go in at 3 and do the merch shopping from 3 to 4, and then at 4:30 they will take us down to our seats, and they're gonna take us in, or like organize us by section. So like section A, where I am today, we're going in first, I guess. So yeah, that's happening. But basically you can either stay and line up and just stand outside if you want to, if you are able to, but you are also welcome to leave and bring your extra stuff back and drop it in your car if it's nearby, or put it in a hotel nearby like I'm doing. You can go get lunch. I'm gonna put more sunscreen on before I go back. It is 1 o'clock now, so I have to leave in about an hour and 45 minutes-ish. Just if you do leave and then come back for 3 o'clock to get taken in, you have to wear your lanyard so that they know that you're VIP somehow. So yeah, I think I'm gonna show you the stuff now. So I've already shown the lanyard, but I'll show it again. It's super cute. Green, lovely, awesome. And then open the little bag. I'm trying to be quiet. Siobhana's technically working right now and she's in a meeting, so that's why I'm in the bathroom hiding. So yeah, so here's the fan. Can you just, oh, that's cool. That's so cool. It smells interesting. So it looks like that on, nice, awesome. Oh, so I was showing you the back the whole time. This is the front. Excellent. That's cute. And then next is the little magnet. It's supposed to look like a ticket. So take it out of the plastic. Rip the plastic a little. Yeah, I think it's a magnet. Awesome, yeah. So it looks like that. Girl, focus. And then the last thing is this little box. I don't know what's inside. I'm very excited to see. What is this? Oh my god! That's so nice. It's a portable, like, little power bank with their logo on it for the tour. Is it upside down? It is. Oh my god. There. Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That's awesome. Like, oh my god. I already have one. But that's so, oh my god, that's so cool. So it comes with the plug, obviously. Oh my god. That's so nice. All right, well, that's what the little VIP exclusive merch is, I guess. That's so nice. I wasn't expecting that. Wow. Oh, and it has a little key ring and everything, so you could like attach it to your keys. That's super cool. That's about it. I'm just going to eat, drink a lot of water because I need it. Definitely putting sunscreen on before I leave, even though I'm only gonna really be outside for like walking to the venue and standing outside for a little bit of time before they take us in, but I'm pale, obviously, so I'm so excited. It's like definitely super real now that it's like happening and I'm like gonna see Stray Kids in like 3 hours. I'm nervous. But yeah, so that's the little VIP goodies. I think Siobhan and I are gonna do the same thing tomorrow. We'll just get our stuff and then come back to the hotel and like chill in the AC and whatnot. But yeah, that is all for now.
Pulling up my best rushing up that smoke. Back to top brand and Jenny's young, selling me love playing bloody quarter.
But yeah, Lay Water, the meaning itself I think is really, really nice. Really? Yeah. Thank you, Chad. I love you, Chad. Love you too. Is everyone having a good time? I'm just getting surprised by the reaction, so thank you so much. But yeah, wow. Let's start from the beginning again. Let's do it all. But anyway, but unfortunately we're going to move on to the final parts of the mood break. I'm so sorry. But yeah, we're going to slowly move on to the final parts. There's a lot of hectic and big songs, so I hope you guys really enjoy it. And yeah, you guys ready? Yeah, Stays, are you ready?
I don't have words for what I experienced last night. It's the morning after. I feel like I've been hit by a bus. I think I look like I've been hit by a bus, or at least decked in the face. My whole body hurts. My feet hurt so badly. My voice is gone. Also, I apologize. I'm in the bathroom filming this because my friend is busy. She's in like a meeting thing for work, so I'm trying not to disturb her. But I wanted to do this before we start the festivities for day 2 very soon. You will see her, I promise. It's not just all gonna be me. She's just busy at the moment. Day 1 was insane. Like, I don't even know where to begin. Well, I guess I'll start with, they did not take us in at 3. They were running a little bit behind kind of everywhere for everything yesterday. So they took us in around like 3:30. And then we did the merch shopping inside, like upstairs, after they checked our bags and scanned the tickets and everything. I got a t-shirt. It's not in here with me, but I'll show that like later. And then they put us in different lines depending on what section we were in. So I was in section A, so I lined up for that section. Section B had their own, section C, etc., etc. And then we just kind of stood around and waited. And the sound check was supposed to start at 4:30, but it didn't start until around 5 because I think Stray Kids were running late as well, or they were still like last second, like getting some people checked in outside and trying to make sure that as many people as possible could come in for the VIP. Because if you don't check in early enough, like you could miss it. We just listened to them like actually sound check while we were sitting upstairs, like waiting to go in, and then they brought us down and you sit in your actual seat for sound check. So whatever seat you got for the show, that's where you are for sound check. And the view was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Like on the Ticketmaster map, it looked my seat far away-ish from the end of the stage, but it was not. It was actually really close. Like they could definitely like see us, which was something to think about. But yeah, it was a really awesome view. We were allowed to take pictures after they left, just not before. So I definitely did that. But they performed Backdoor, Charmer, and Cheese for us. And they were very playful, and they were like waving to everybody, and they were also smiley and happy. It was really cute. And they all sounded amazing, looked amazing, obviously. But yeah, it was just a few songs, and then they were kind of done. Once the sound check ended around like 5:50 or so, the Live Nation staff let us go up to get like food, water, etc. before the show. And the doors opened at 6 as well, so everyone else started coming in. I made friends with people that were around me because I was by myself, obviously. So we went and we got food at the Ordinary Diner. I don't know if they're doing this at every venue, but they're doing it at the Prudential Center at least. One of the concession stands, they named it the Ordinary Diner, and they named all of the food after Stray Kids songs. So there's like Charmer chicken tenders with fries, or like a Charmer chicken burger or whatever, or like some kind of burger with a Venom sauce. I don't know, it was kind of cute. Since venue food, it was really expensive. We just had like an hour and a half to eat, chill, get water, go to the bathroom, get ready for the actual show. And I'm not gonna sit here and like explain the whole thing. I basically filmed the whole thing because I have no self-control, but also the set list is full of songs that are some of my absolute favorites, so how could I not film them? Some of them they caught me off guard with and I did not get them, but obviously I'm going tonight, so I'm gonna definitely be filming them this time, unless they switch up the set list, which I hope they don't. But if they do, I wonder what they would switch out and for what. But yeah, the show was absolutely insane. Like, that basically started on time. It was maybe like 5 minutes late, but like that's pretty much on time for a show. But it was, oh my god, it was just so good. Like, the outfits were beautiful. They obviously sounded amazing. The stage design was super cool. The live band was awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to talk about the whole show. Like, again, I filmed most of it. At the moment, that I'm filming this, am working on posting all of the videos that I filmed, like the mints and each song and whatever, on my concert YouTube channel. So I'll put the link like down below or up here in a card somewhere, I don't know. But yeah, I really had no self-control. Like the set list, it was pretty similar to the Seoul one, but they just left some things out. Like they didn't play Be Me, they didn't play Double Knot, they didn't play Astronaut or My Pace. I can do like a side-by-side of like the Seoul's set list or like the first Seoul set list with ours. It's pretty similar, but the one that they really caught me off guard with was Scars. I wasn't expecting that song to be on the set list, and it started and I obviously wasn't ready for it, so I didn't get to film it, but I am determined to film it tonight. Hopefully they're still playing it and they're not gonna like switch it out. They don't usually switch up their set list that much once they start a tour for a certain leg, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it was just absolutely incredible. I was going so hard. My throat hurts so much. I'm just like screaming my lungs out, basically. My arm, my left arm, I have my light stick in my left hand. It hurts so much and it like won't stop shaking. I've never used my left arm so much in my life. But I almost let go of my light stick because I was just like going so hard with it. It was just so wild. Like they were just, oh god, like especially when they were on the B stage, which is like I was right at the end of it pretty much. Like there was like a little level down where they could step down and be a little bit closer. It was a lot. It was a lot. A lot of body rolling, a lot of just playing around with us, like getting in people's faces a little bit for those who had the barricade, obviously. But yeah, oh my god, it was just insane. Like, did that even happen? Did that even happen? Even though I'm in pain, I'm excited for the second night and for Shavana to see the whole show. We're a little bit further back tonight than I was last night, so I was in section A, right by the end of the B stage. But this night we are in section F, so we're on the opposite side of the venue. But it's still an awesome view, so I'm very excited, and I'm very excited for her to see the show, and just for her to like do the sound check experience as well. So yeah, I have to check in for that soon, and I'm dreading having to walk back to the venue because my feet hurt so badly. But yeah, I just wanted to do like a quick little rundown of the experience of the show by myself for the first one. Holy crap, they definitely put on such a good show, and like if there's any tickets available left and there's coming near you, like I highly recommend going to see them. Like they put on such a good show. Oh my god. But yeah, I think that's everything. And again, I promise you will see Shavana and I together. You won't just see me. Again, she's just busy, so I'm gonna just try and stretch and rest a little bit more before I have to go walk back to the venue. But yeah, I think that is all for right now.
Hi!
Hello, you're finally seeing Shavana for the first time in this vlog at all. Actually.
I'm not a figment of her imagination, I'm actually here. I had to work.
Yes, but we are almost at the venue. We are going for the merch shopping. We're gonna go in, we have our lanyards and all the things. And I'm excited for Shavana to experience everything that I experienced yesterday.
I'm so excited! Woo! It's the only thing keeping me going through work today. Shavana Cam. I don't know if I'm gonna be heard that well, but oh, excuse me. But we are here. We're waiting for the concert to start.
About 10 minutes or so until it should be starting.
Yes. Very, very excited. Soundcheck was so fun. I think Jensen might have mentioned this yesterday in her recap of the day, but they had like a whole ordinary diner, so like Stray Kids themed like food and stuff, which is very expensive actually. But they even had like at the bar like mixed drinks too for like, you know, those of age too.
Like named after the songs too. So there was something called Get Cool. There was a drink called Maniac. It was super cool.
Super cool. So we are here. We're just waiting for everything to get started. We still got a few more minutes, but just wanted to hop on here and show you guys my face since you all saw most of all of Jensen yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much just me.
Believe me, guys, I'm here. I was just working.
We'll hopefully be back after the concert to scream or try. We might not have voices, to be honest.
We were eating after the sound check. My voice is already getting raspy, so.
And mine's just dead from yesterday. Like the clip that I filmed earlier, it sounds really bad. So it's gonna get worse. Look forward to that.
But either way, we're gonna have fun, good times. So we'll be back later. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's do it
Hello. So it is the day after day 2 of Stray Kids in Newark, and if I thought my body hurt yesterday, I was very, very, very literally sorely mistaken. Like, oh my god, everything hurts. My throat hurts so badly. But yeah, I gotta do my little post-concert recap, thoughts, whatever. But obviously I am by myself at the moment. Shabana had to leave early this morning, so we didn't get to film our post-concert thoughts like we did in 2019. We were gonna try and do it last night. We were planning on it, but then the concert started late and therefore ended late, and then getting back to the hotel was just more of a mess than it should have been, and we were basically more focused on packing as much as possible and getting to bed as soon as possible when we came back. Also, if you hear any banging or tapping or like drill sounds, they're doing construction somewhere underneath my room or around my room. They've been doing it the whole time that I've been here, so sorry. We were just too tired to do it together, so we're gonna do it separately. Obviously I'm doing it right now, and then I think she's gonna send me a video of what her thoughts were about the show, and then I'll put that in here. And I'm really excited to hear what she has to say and hear what she thought about the show, because obviously I was extremely excited to see Stray Kids again for the second time. They are my besties. I love them with my whole heart. Been looking forward to this ever since they announced it, but I was also extremely excited to see her reactions to everything, like all the different stage outfits, because they were different from night 1 a little bit, and all of the stage designs, and just like the remixes of a bunch of the songs from particularly the middle of the set list. And I was like constantly like looking over at her to like see what her reaction was, because obviously it wasn't a surprise to me. I had seen it the night before. It was still very exciting, but it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't all brand new. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear what her thoughts are. I'm hoping she had an awesome time, because I did, and I loved being there with her. It was great to do another Stray Kids concert with her, because we had so much time, so much fun in 2019 when we saw them for the first time together then. So yeah, I'm excited to hear what she has to say. But yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this as short as possible because my throat hurts, but you know, I just never can do anything quickly, so here we go, I guess. So I'm gonna start with the soundcheck experience. We had that for day 2. We were not as close as I was for night 1. We're in section F for night 2, which is like the back left of the venue. Still a great view though, still a great view. For check-in, it was the same time, started at 12, but then instead of having us be back for 3 o'clock, they wanted us back for 3:30 instead, which was very convenient because Itzy's tickets went on sale yesterday, so we were both screaming at Ticketmaster in the hotel, like right before we had to leave. Like we were trying to get Itzy tickets yesterday, like all set and ready to go basically, and then like once we either got in or did not, we were just like, okay, now we gotta go and like run to the venue. So that was a fun time, kind of. But then yeah, so we got to the venue and then we went in and we did our early merch shopping. Shabana got a few things. She got a light stick, a crew neck, which is super cute, and I'm kind of like regretting not getting one, but also maybe I shouldn't have. I did a lot of damage to my bank account this week. And then she got the purple version of this shirt, which I think has the writing in green and black on the back, with all the tour dates and everything, and I'll show this later, or I guess I could do it right now. But yeah, she got the purple version. Like it's basically the same color as my hair, so it looks like this on the front. It just says Maniac in green on the left side of the chest. I got a large, and it is in fact very large. Like when the guy at the merch table held it up to me, I didn't think it was that big. I thought it would be like more fitted to me, but then when I held it up to myself and now that I have it on, I'm like, oh, this is actually extremely big. So yeah, this is a large. It looks like that on the front, and then the back has all the tour dates. I don't even know if you can see that. Okay, cool. But yeah, so it looks like that. Super cute. very comfy, very soft. But yeah, she got the purple version of that, the crew neck and a light stick. And then we got lined up by our sections, and they did it, Live Nation had us lined up a little bit differently than night one. Night one, it was just you lined up with whatever section you were in whatever order, and they had them in interesting places. Like section A was probably the furthest from the entrance that we needed to go to get to our section. So like we were all the way like on the right side of the venue, but we had to come like around and walk past all the other sections. And then like section F, which is the last one to go in, like they were all the way down by the entrance for section like A and B and C, I think, but they had to walk around all the way to the right side. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense to people that like weren't there or like don't know the venue, but they were just like in weird places. But that was night one. So for night two, they actually changed how they did it. So they put each section by their respective entrances, and then they also, instead of just lining us up however, like first come first serve, like in the order that we show up, that's what I meant to say, instead of lining us up in the order that we just showed up to line up for our sections, they asked us what row we were in and they organized us that way, and then they took us in section by section like they did before. But it actually, I think, made it go a lot more smoothly with getting everybody in quickly, and getting everyone to their seats quickly, because we were all lined up by row, so it made it a little bit easier. So I think they're probably going to keep doing that for the rest of the tour. So we got in and we sat down at our seats. Obviously we couldn't take pictures beforehand, but we were just like googly eyes like at the screen. Like even me, like I had been there obviously already for day one in a different section, but I was still just like losing my mind over the stage, and like that we were there and then they were gonna come out again and we got to see them again, and just I was so excited. And yeah, it was a really good view actually. Like the floor, it seems like it's far away on the Ticketmaster map, but it's really not. Like it was decently close, even though we were pretty towards the back. We were in like the middle of the section actually, but it was still a really good view. And then so Stray Kids came out and they were having a little bit of trouble with their in-ears and the sound, and like the volume of the mics, I think, because sometimes their voices would randomly get louder in the middle of a line or something, and like some of the members were constantly like running back and checking with staff on the main stage like their in-ears, and they were like holding them and playing around with them and asking about it. But it was still obviously very fun. They did Backdoor first again, and then they did Miro and Lonely Street, which was super fun. I love those songs. It was super fun, and yeah, they were just really playful with the crowd like they were the night before, and they were just really excited. They did look a little tired, but I don't know if it was just like frustration with the like sound issues. So yeah. But then they went away and they went back to, you know, getting ready for the show, and then we sat there for a few minutes before they let us go back upstairs and get food and water and whatever. And then it was time for the show. And again, I'm not going to do a whole big recap of like everything about the show because that would be boring, but I did in fact have zero self-control for night two, and I filmed quite a bit of that. And currently I am working the hotel Wi-Fi to the bone to get these videos uploaded before I have to leave. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but definitely by the time that this video is posted, they should all be up on my other channel for both night one and night two. I've made two separate playlists for that, and yeah, let's see, what are some notable moments? I would say definitely the like Muddy Water crew versus Waiting for Us crew moments. They were different for sure from night one and night two. On night one, Felix and Jisung did little mini covers of a couple of songs while the Waiting for Us boys were getting prepared to come out and perform. And then on night two, Changbin and Hyunjin were the ones to do a little performance for us. Jisung also participated in Changbin's song too. Yeah, so they switched off like who was doing what. I assume they're gonna do that for the whole tour. I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do, if they sing the same little songs each time or if they're gonna switch it up each night. And then yeah, so Changbin and Hyunjin performed little bits of songs, and then they introduced Waiting for Us and they performed that, and then the Waiting for Us boys did their little chats and mini performances. And so on the first night it was Bangchan doing I'm Yours and Jungin singing, at the moment I'm forgetting what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. I had to find what it was. Somebody on Twitter posted the set list and like said what everything was, so I'm relying on these people that they're correct, because in the moment I was like, I don't know what some of these things are. I knew Chan's song, but not the other ones. And then last night it was Seungmin doing a Justin Bieber song, I think called Hold On. I don't know. And then a moment that I was wondering if it would happen, like even before the tour, I was talking with my friend who's going to the Chicago show tomorrow. Oh my god. I was like, what if for a unit stage they do Drive? What if? And she was like, don't say that, like don't say that, that's not gonna happen, don't do it, don't say that. And I was like, but what if they do? Like we don't know what they have up their sleeves. Like we don't know at the moment like how close this set list is going to be to Souls. Like what if they switch it up completely and they put Drive there? Well, they performed Drive. Yeah, yep, they performed Drive, and of course I have it on video. Yes, I needed it, and I was like losing my mind in the moment, as was everyone else, I think. But they started out playing with the auto-tune, and then they got into it, and then Bangchan kept insisting that Lino wrote the lyrics, and he like wouldn't. He was trying to describe how the song was, and he just like wouldn't say it. So yeah, that was a lot, seeing Drive live. I really did not think that I was gonna see Drive. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but it did. It happened. I don't know if I mentioned this when I did my little after concert thoughts yesterday. Whatever day, I don't know, after day one. But I was like weirdly really emotional during certain parts of the show, like during Waiting for Us in particular. And that one really got me, and it made me tear up a little bit on the first night, but then the second night I was really close to bawling during that song, and I don't know why. Like I was just overcome with emotion and like really overwhelmed just like seeing them and like being there, just with like 19,000, nearly 20,000 people. And then what else? Elevator got me more the first night, and then the second night some of their speeches at the end were like really getting to me and making me tear up and making me emotional. I don't know, that was weird. I wasn't expecting to get emotional like both nights, but I did. And I had to like take my glasses off so I could like wipe the tears from my eyes, because I was like, oh, this is a lot. I don't want anybody looking at me and seeing me crying. I mean, like, it's fine. But yeah, I cried a decent amount of times, which I just wasn't expecting, but that's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else like super notable. I'm sure there is something that I wanted to mention and I just can't remember it because I'm so freaking tired. But yeah, it was just an amazing show, and I'm so sad that it's over. Like, I just want to be back in there. Like, I just love hearing their songs like so loud, and just like feeling it as well, because obviously it's loud enough that you can just feel everything in your body. Like, it's just so amazing. And I think by the time I post this video, the tour is going to be basically over, but I would highly recommend that if you can go see Stray Kids, you absolutely should. Like, they put on such an amazing show. Their stages are incredible. The styling is obviously immaculate, lovely, beautiful, fantastic. And they're just so like caring about us, and it's so precious. Like their speeches were but yes, highly recommend. If you can go see Stray Kids, definitely do it. Amazing show, amazing performances, just amazing all around. I'm really happy that I got to do both nights, even though I feel horrible physically afterwards, but I'm really happy, and I am maybe crying right now because I'm tired, but it's just crazy to think like just a few years ago we were seeing them in like these little kind of like 5K people venues, and even in 2020 when they were last in the US it was still like a 5K person venue, and then now they're playing like 4 times as many people as that. So yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, I need to stop talking because I'm just gonna keep crying. But yeah. Ooh, I also need to hurry up because I need to leave soon. Yikes. But yes, those were as many of the thoughts that I could think of about the day 1 and day 2 seeing Stray Kids in Newark. And one more thing, I wanted to make sure that I filmed this part before posting the vlog, but I just wanted to say thank you to all of the stay who were handing out these banners and freebies that I got on both days. I'm not gonna lie, I did actually forget completely to hold up the banners during the encore when we were supposed to, because I was just so in awe of everything and just so focused on the stage that I just completely forgot. But they're very cute and I love these banners. I think it's a really special part of K-pop concerts. But yeah, so there's these on the top. These were from day 1. So this is the bigger banner that you got on day 1 and day 2. It's got both of the dates on it. And then the smaller one says, "The sky of you and I who have met again is so clear it dazzles," on one side, and then on the other side it's this cute little drawing of Stray Kids from one of their music videos, and it says "hold up when the encore stage starts," but I forgot. And then someone actually printed out this picture and it's super cute. This was actually my lock screen for a while on my phone, so love this picture. And then for day 2, this is the other side of that top banner, and it says "we're not as far away as you think." And then there's the little banner with the Skizoo characters, again for the encore. Didn't hold them up at all. So there's one side, and then this is the other one, which I think is the Korean version of what the front says, which is "whatever happens, I won't let Stray Kids go." And then I also got some little freebies. I got a little photo card with Han on the front and then just the members' names on the back. I think this is a sticker of Jongin. This is a little bracelet that says Chan on it. And then this is the people's usernames who made the freebies and everything. So feel free to go give them a follow. They were super nice, super cute little freebies. But yeah, just wanted to say a quick thank you to all the other stay for doing that.
Hi. I just wanted to take some time out to just record some thoughts about the concert after the fact. I had to go home because I work in a different state. Like, you know, I don't live in New Jersey, so I had to go back home for work because I forgot to take off. But I thought the concert was really, 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 really fun. Soundcheck was interesting. Like, you know, I really do miss the era of, like, you know, high touches and, like, you know, physical meet and greets like that. But, you know, COVID's still a thing, no matter how many people think it isn't. And, you know, like, I get it. But Soundcheck was, like, really, really cool, actually. You know, they performed a couple songs ahead of time. I'm already blanking. One of them is Miro, and as soon as I hear Miro, like, you know, I like black out. I love that song so much. My voice is going in and out, so, you know, excuse me for that. But I would really like to do Soundcheck again for a different artist. It just seems like really, like, you know, intimate and all that stuff. Although this isn't like of course they want to fit as many fans in there as possible, but, you know, just like, I don't know. I would have preferred soundtrack to be like a little bit more intimate. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me being picky. But I can't really fault anyone else for that. That's just how it is. They want to accommodate as many fans as possible, I'm sure. But the concert was really fun. Unfortunately, I haven't kept up with a lot of their music, so I actually heard a lot of songs for the first time at the concert, which is like a very special experience to me. I don't know, I just loved that. Just being able to see it live and experience those songs with the boys in a way has, you know, like I love that. Because I did work before I came to the concert, I like lost stamina right before like in the middle of like the second set, like, you know, like they'll do a couple songs, then like take a break, or play like a VCR, like they'll just talk or whatever. But I lost a lot of stamina toward the second part. There was like 3 main parts. I lost stamina toward the middle of the second part, and I was just, you know, vibing out in my seat. It was really fun. I screamed the loudest for Jungin and Minho, my boys. I mean, they're all my boys, but they're really my boys. It was so much fun. My only regret is, you know, not being closer, because they were grabbing some fans' phones and like, you know, recording and everything. And I was like, oh, I wish that were me. I really do wish that were me. But it was honestly such a good time. Like, I would love to see them again, of course, you know, after keeping their discography a bit more. But it was really, really nice to see them again. It was really nice to see Jensen again. And just the entire time was just so much fun. Like, they know how to put on a show. There was this one section which I thought was really cute. It was like they did like well, I don't want to spoil it too much, in case, you know, someone that watches this decides to go. But they did like an ending fairy thing, and I just thought that was really, really cute. Like, fans in the audience got the opportunity to be like an ending fairy, and that's not a spoiler because there's more to it. It kind of is a spoiler, but it's a very, very small one. But overall, it was so much fun. I lost my voice. I said that already. But it was so fun. And I got a lot of cool merch. I did not better prepare for this, or I would show you in this moment. And yeah, it was so much fun. If you have the opportunity to ever go to a Stray Kids show, it's something that I really recommend. Like, they really know how to put on a show, and like they just, like, they have so much energy. Like, they're so passionate when talking to the crowd. Like, they're all trying their best to talk in English. Like, it's just really heartwarming. Like, they're really trying hard, and it's really, really nice to see. So if you have the opportunity, highly recommend it. And if you don't already, stay on Stray Kids.
So yeah, that is my Stray Kids concert vlog. Hopefully it was somewhat entertaining and gave like a good idea of what the experience is like, especially with doing VIP and whatnot. I definitely did not film nearly as much as I anticipated. I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have so much footage from day 1. I'm gonna have to make that its own vlog, and then day 2 will be its own vlog. No, definitely didn't film that much, but that's fine. But yeah, I hope it was entertaining in some capacity. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.